As the field of 42 cars round out turn number 4, Jack Porkins for CM Racing and Jake West on the outside here. The top row is leading us down, and there it is, green flag. In the air, we are racing here at Death Valley as Jack Porkins in the Rockstar machine is going to try and run away from Jake West here, as everybody else is going to get themselves scattered about here. But the races are running out as the championship is going to soon come to a conclusion. Rounding out turn number 4, Jack Porkins with a great launch there on that start, with Jake West in second there. A great start for this 4 team as they are tied with the points lead with TJ Martin in that 71, so Jake West certainly trying to gain some points here on the line as the rest of the field getting themselves scattered about here, fighting for track position. Near the middle of the pack, there is a battle for position between Kaya Bachelia, Hannah Allen, and Alex Benyako there. Yak on the inside there, Allen using that outside groove there. James Shelley through the middle there, the Dodges trying to work together here, and Kyle Bachelia gets a monster run off of turn 4 there. He holds on to the position as he heads down to the inside there. Yakko's going to continue to make it 3 wide underneath that 40 car there, and Yakko able to take the spot away from James Shelley for now. But there you see Sean Angel now also looking underneath Will Lewis, gets into the corner really deep there, shoves the 92 up the track, and Angel's now going at it for position as well. So Sean Angel is one to look out for in this race. Didn't start off too well, but now he's looking underneath Will Lewis into turn number 1, and looks like he'll be able to clear that 92 just a bit off the corner, hopefully. And it looks like, yes, he will be able to do it on the backstretch. So Sean Angel trying to get on the move there. Anthony Marchese, who's third in points, also trying to get on the move as well, as he is right behind his teammate of Aiden Shepard. John Bunnell has blown the car up. Something broke in that number 53 Food Lion Chevrolet, and the car comes to stop, and that is going to bring out our first caution of the day here due to John Bunnell's mechanical issues. And Jack Porkins, who had a good lead, that lead's soon gonna evaporate as a result of that, but it's really gonna bunch that field up here for a restart. Back on the restart, Jack Porkins had a really good launch on Jake West there. TJ Martin's gonna go to the inside of Corey Williams. A great restart for that JBL machine there. He looks underneath the Mexico City winner there, and TJ Martin lost a lot of points in Mexico City, and he's looking to try and regain those points back in order to gain some lost ground and to potentially try and retake that lead there. Even though they're technically tied, Martin wants to certainly be the one on top at the moment. Jake West now looking underneath Jack Porkins for that race lead, caused that 95 to wiggle just a bit there. West puts his nose underneath the 95 car, and there's Sean Harpo in the picture. He wants to put himself into the mix as well. But Jake West now diving into turn number 1, a really hard entry in the corner, and Jake West has his nose up front here right now with the help of Sean Harpo. Jake West now to the race lead here. He's certainly trying to put a statement here that he is not going to give up in this championship hunt, and he's going to try and take back that lead as well. But TJ Martin not too far behind inside the top 5 as Sean Harpo's going at it for that second spot here, looking underneath Jack Porkins there, and he's going to be able to get it with the slide job move up to the top. He's going to let that car get that run near the rumble strip there and put Sean Harpo up to P2. Jack Porkins dropping like a rock in this run here. Looks like that car is not set up for a long run trim. That or he's just really used his tires up quickly here as Aiden Shepard trying to go around Corey Williams. Really dive bomb that corner there. Shoved Corey Williams out of the way there. And that's going to give Aiden Shepard an opportunity to pounce on that 14 there. And that is up for the 6th position for the Cooper Standard Ford Mustang there. And Aiden Shepard, who's won 2 races this season, is certainly trying to find a 3rd win for this 60 car. The matter is how fast that car is going to be there. But Williams gets the run off the corner. He defends his position quite properly, and he will hold on to that 6th spot. Oh, Jake West drove it really hard into turn 3. This is going to be a good opportunity for Sean Harpo to get a good run off of turn 4 there, and a great exit to see if he can get the dominant line to turn 1. He shoves Jake West up the track, and Sean Harpo's going to look for that race lead there. John Arndt and TJ Martin are also into the picture as well, as there you see John Arndt in that 3rd place there. As now Harpo on the inside there, West fights back on the outside there, good center of the corner. or the Perky Jerky Machine, and West is going to try and defend his spot off of turn 4. He gets the run off the corner and still manages to lead the lap as TJ Martin now goes to the bottom there. Sean Harple getting assistance from that 71 car. As there you see Harple gets the run off the corner down the back straightaway. They are still side by side for the race lead here. And John Arndt actually is going to put his nose underneath TJ Martin. He wants to knock that 71 out in terms of the points here. And there you see Harple still fighting back on the inside, but to no avail. Jake West holds on to the lead. Great battling between the top 4 here, as 3 of those drivers are in the top 4 in the point standings here. And that is certainly what Jake West wants, is to lead some laps here for this team. He has been very thankful, and he certainly wants to do so and win this race with style. Bradley Bishop Jr. having issues with his race car there. He's coming down pit lane, and he slams the water barrels there and into the pit wall. Goes the number 61, and that brings out a caution here. And that is just what TJ Martin wanted to really see here. A lot of those contenders that were really far back to really put themselves back into contention for this race victory, but certainly not what Jake West wanted to see here. But that might be quite a questionable move there to see what that 61 was doing. Something might have broke, but we're not quite sure exactly what happened. And here comes West coming out of pit lane after a stop. Jake Rogers trying to come in, and both of them collide, and that's really going to hurt that damage for the Ford car here. He's got a lot of left side damage to his race car. You see that left side getting caved in just a bit there. And Jake West, who was leading this race early on with an incident with Jake Rogers, he's going to be outright furious with that 15 car there. And that's really going to cost him a lot of points here, and that could really hinder the aerodynamics of that Perky Jerky Machine. Green flag back in the air. John Arndt leading over TJ Martin. Martin certainly going to try and use Jack Halleck as a pick there. A lot of cars going to the inside line there. And Jake West filing underneath Sean Angel there. He's going to try and take that 5th position away. And he's going to rocket his way through. And looks like that left side damage not really hurting him so far, but we really need to see where this long run can come in if there is a long stint of green flag run here. As John Arndt's going to try and run away here. This is a golden opportunity to get win number 2 of his career. John Arndt has been saying that he's always wanted to win, and he certainly is going to try and do so by running away from TJ Martin and Corey Williams here. Corey Williams, the Mexico City winner, is looking really good in this race so far, and he's in 3rd right now. He rocketed his way to 5th in the championship here, and with another run like this could really help his hopes yet again. Corey Williams managed to get around TJ Martin, and now Jake West looking underneath Sean Harple for position here. Harple's really had a good race so far, but look who's coming into that picture. Cody Lamas in the number 34 there, running in the 6th position here. Lamas wasn't really the fastest car in the first stint, but it looks like they might have made some good adjustments to make that car much better handling in this 2nd stint of the race here. The Rodriguez teammates, basically the trio of cars, are still running together here in this race. Anthony Marchese 3rd in the point standings, getting a shove from Aiden Shepard, and Sean Angel quietly running inside the top 10 in points. And Eric DeMax, though, a bit ways back. He started off really good in this race, but it looks like that car has not really been good ever since the end of the green flag run here. As right now, John Arndt continues to lead here. Corey Williams in 2nd, Martin in 3rd, but Jake West in 4th with that left side damage. I don't know how much that's really going to hurt him, as I mentioned earlier, but it looks like that car is still running really well right now. A big battle for position here between a gaggle of cars here. Cody Lamas tried to make a move underneath Sean Harper there, but to no avail. Aiden Shepard got a good run off a turn 2 there on Jack Porkins. Is going to try and use that to his advantage there. James Shelley into the picture. Don't count out that target machine. James Shelley has been really quick these past couple laps, and he's looking really good in this race right now. James Shelley looking underneath Jack Porkins with the help of Aiden Shepard in front of him, and he might try and make it 3 wide here underneath. Decides to back off, but gets on that quarter panel there just a bit there. But James Shelley has been flying out there in that 40 car. Definitely one of the better dodges in the field here, and was one of the fastest cars in Mexico City. James Shelley looking really good in this race, and this could really showcase the potential he could have in a Turner seat for next year. Issues for Corey Williams. He's got a puncture on the 14 car, and he's really slow on the track there. Corey Williams coming down pit lane. and he hits the wall there. I'm not sure. I think there's the right front might have went down on that 14 car, and that's why he couldn't turn properly there. So that's a tough break for Corey Williams there. He was really strong coming into this, and that's really going to be a devastating blow in the championship hunt here, and that really could be the nail in the coffin for his gap in terms of the championship contention for the championship, that is, for this 14 team. John Arndt has about pulled almost a 2-second gap, or more or less 1.5 seconds away from the rest of the field here. TJ Martin still holding on to a second there with a hungry Jake West right behind him, but the 71, there's an issue with the 71. He's blown up. TJ Martin's car has evaporated here at Phoenix, and it looks like that car has suffered due to the heat there. You see the smoke coming out of that 71, and that's really going to hurt them in the championship hunt here. That's good news for West, but that is bad news for TJ Martin here. A mechanical issue strikes, and there's a yellow on the track. Looks like Matt DeLeo and Emmett Juckham collided, and they're still crashing here. Paul Jackson and Daniel Olson collided there. Might have slipped him some oil, but that is a heartbreak for TJ Martin here. He was so hopeful coming in when he was running a fantastic race until that predicament came into play there, and that is certainly something TJ Martin couldn't really control. Looks like while they were trying to avoid TJ Martin, Emmett Juckham and Matt DeLeo collided, so looks like they hooked bumpers there and they couldn't get off each other. They both hit the wall, and oh man, look at the avoidance by both Will Lewis and Hannah Allen. Beautiful avoidances from those two. Skillful driving there, but a really bad break for a lot of those drivers. As you see Olsen spinning there in the oil with Paul Jackson collected with nowhere to go. Minimal damage done for them, and you see some cars running into each other under caution here. Some of them not happy with each other. But what a heartbreak for TJ Martin. As I mentioned, that is something that plagued Jake West early in the season, a mechanical issue, and it's now plagued the Turner Performance Group here today. John Arndt continues to lead the race over Jake West and Jack Porkins, but look at that 95 going to the bottom of the track. Porkins looking underneath Jake West for second. Harple's going to try and do the same. Anthony Marchese has made his way upwards to the field, as well as Sean Angel and Alex Benyako. Nick Salmon's another one that's been up here as well. Where did he come from? So the United Emirates cars are doing good there. James Shelley doing well in this race. But Corey Williams, who was on the lead lap early in the race, is on the tail end of the lead lap. So he hopes for a quick yellow, but John Arndt is trying to run away from this field, and hopefully he can get a green flag run to end this race, as the rest of the field getting themselves jittery here with James Richardson the inside of Jack Halleck there. Sean Harple boxed in behind the lap car there, and there's Sean Angel coming into the picture here. Nick Salmon, as I mentioned, he's been quietly making his way up there, as Anthony Marchese is getting held up by Jake Rogers here. But John Arndt, his one mission is to run away from this field to get another win this season. Jack Porkins now looking underneath Jake West for second there. That damage might be kicking in for that Ford car at last, as Jack Porkins is going to put himself into the second spot. Angel going to follow on suit here with Harple. The inside line is pretty much the dominant line, and they're all going to try and freight train that Ford car here, as Jake West is going to lose some points here to his contenders. But even though he's gaining points on Martin, it's still, he'd rather have a lot more points by finishing upwards in that top 10. But he's dropping back like a rock, as you see that left side damage on how severe it is there, as the 94 now looking underneath Jake West for position there. James Richardson has been on a bit of a slump lately, and he certainly wants to really end that slump there. But look at the Dodges coming into the picture there. Bachelia and Shelley here. And Kyle Bachellia's had a really good run so far this race, and a quiet run for him to say the least. As you see Salmon now looking underneath West yet again. He's got his nose underneath the Ford car. He's going to try and use some side draft here, using that rumble strip to his advantage and just the shorter way around the track there. And Jake West is going to fight back on that outside groove there, but Salmon's got the middle of the corner nailed down. But Jake West not giving up without a fight here, and rightfully so here, but looks like he might be able to lose some spots there, as Sean Angel takes that spot away from Jack Porkins for third. And Kyle Bachelia, it's a rocket right now. He just got around West, and he might be able to get around Salmon here with two passes in one lap here. This 86 car is going to be on a tear in this race. West now getting hounded by the dodges here of Shelley and Will Lewis, who's put himself into the picture here for a top 10 run. And James Richardson's going to abandon that fork car here. West gets shoved up near the marbles there. Just what a lot of the contenders want to see. As you see Anthony Marchese third in points. He wants to gain some ground on that fork car. And with the 71 out of the race, Marchese could see this as an opportunity to pounce on some points here if he can get around Jake West too. And James Shelley now up to the 7th spot. Will Lewis in 8th. Fearsport has been putting their cars upwards near the front lately, and they are currently running really well at the moment here. As Richardson on the inside there, West gonna fight back, but Yakko doing a great job there. Hannah Allen, we haven't really talked about her all day. She's been running pretty solid inside the top 15, but certainly not a run she's wanted to see as Marchese forces the issue 3 wide underneath the 0 and the 8. As there you see Erica Max there in the Ford coming into the picture as well. This is all a battle for the top 15 here. Yakko on the outside there, not able to really get much off the corner there. And Hannah Allen's going to try and squeeze that 8 car up the track there. But Jake West currently running inside that top 10 right now. I believe he might drop a bit downwards actually. And that is in 10th for Jake West. So he's really in danger of getting outside that top 10. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix International Raceway here. Sean Angel has closed in on the bumper of John on here. The Canadian closing in on that Texas native here. The Texan, as there's John Hart holding his ground on the inside there. Angel with a beautiful run off of turn 2. He gets loose off the corner there, but holds his ground. That's how much of a handle that 6 car has underneath there. Some good grip from that 6 car. Not necessarily the best as he goes a bit up high up the racetrack there, up the hill. Off of turn number 4 there, John Hart still holding his ground though, but Sean Angel really there to intimidate that 88, and he's going to have his nose underneath John Hart there. He loosens the 88 up, and here comes Sean Angel for the race lead there. Car number 6 trying to look for victory, number 1 of the season here. And Sean Angel on that inside line, he's got the dominant groove there. John Hart fighting back through the middle line there. And Angel's gonna slide up the racetrack there, and Sean Angel's gonna take the race lead away. John Hart's gonna try and fight back, but to no avail. There's Sean Angel to the point here, but look who's coming in close behind them. Jack Porkins, Sean Harple, and Kyle Bachelia. 5 cars within a blanket here at Phoenix, as those cars are really just door to door, really just bumper to bumper with each other like a train. You see a couple of other drivers battling it out here. Hannah Allen getting some assistance there, or not really assistance, but using her car to an advantage here. Looks like that car is really good for late adjustments here. And Hannah Allen on the charge again, similar to her Kentucky run here, where she didn't really run the best all race long, but seems to creep her way up near the top 10 at the end of this one. Hannah Allen just passed James Richardson just now, but John Hart now bottling up Jack Porkins, Harple, and Bachelia here. As Angel's certainly loving what he's seeing right now as he's running away with this lead right now. He's got Corey Williams though right in front of him though. That 5-hour energy car has been fast, but just couldn't really catch the break that Corey Williams really wanted today. So really that's going to cost him a lot of points in this championship fight here. But Sean Angel, oh man, wiggled a bit there in turn 3 there. You saw the car just wiggle for a moment there, but John Hart now sees this as an opportunity. He's going to try and execute some consistent laps here. Sean Angel, one to go on the inside. Williams splits the block there, but he's also trying to get around Hayden Klein as well. So I think those two are going to work together here. And Corey Williams isn't really holding up Angel too much, as there you see John Hart now getting held up by Klein there. Hartwell's going to look underneath. E95 there, Porkins aren't using the outside groove there. Klein in the middle of the track there, and Hartwell goes to the bottom. And looks like Porkins wanted to make it 3 wide. Arndt bursts through the outside line there, passes Hayden Klein quite quickly, and now he's going to have to get on a mission here. He's only got 5 laps to do it, to chase down Sean Harple. Jack Porkins getting boxed in behind the 26th. He drops down to 5th as a result, but Kyle Bachelia is running in the 4th spot here, right behind Sean Harple, and he's going to actually try and loosen that 5 car up. You saw Harple just get up the hill just a bit there off of turn 4, but not really able to do much there, as Sean Angel still holding on to that lead. Looking near the rest of the pack here, Hannah Allen now charging in behind James Shelley, who's that 40 car's having an excellent run right now. But Hannah Allen, like I said, has been creeping her way up. Will Lewis also doing a great job there, as well as Nick Salmon running slightly outside the top 10, or top 5 to be exact, for that moment here. As it looks like Eric DeMax coming down pit lane, he is short on gas here. So this is going to really bring the question of whether they're going to make it on gas or not. Jake West getting passed by Anthony Marchese here with 3 laps to go. As you see there, Angel now looking underneath Corey Williams. Williams wiggles a bit in the corner there. And I think that 14 might fight back, maybe not. Well, to see where things pan out. Cars coming down the apron more. That is James Shelley coming in, as well as Alex Benyako. So those runs they had aren't really going to be as, well, good as they promised here today. 2 laps to go here. Sean Angel continues to lead, though. The Canadian has been very quiet on the radio throughout this second stint, and they really fixed that car up quite well in pit lane. Car number 6 has been so strong throughout most of the season, though not really the strongest as the rest of the field here. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go. You saw Jack Porkins come down pit lane. His chances of a good finish are down the drain just like that. Really smooth turn 1 and 2 there, and down the back straightaway for the final time. Sean Angel, the driver for Rodriguez Racing, with Aiden Shepard winning 2 races for them. Angel is going to be the one to try and find one for that team as well. Checkered flag in the air. Sean Angel wins here at Phoenix International Raceway here. His first win in his career, and that is redemption for the heartbreak at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, especially in his home crowd, as the Canadians are going to go ecstatic and wild tonight here. Sean Angel is a winner at last here, and give a shout out to him. He's been waiting for one all season, and that brings 2 of their drivers in victory lane here, with Angel being the second different Rodriguez Racing driver to find victory lane here. That's a good milestone for the Canadian here, and that could really catapult him up in the point standings. John Arndt, you got to give a heartbreak to him. You got to feel bad for him in this one, unless you're in the Rodriguez camp. He got a 2nd place finish here. Arndt led a lot of this race here besides West, and he's going to end up just short today. Very disappointing run for John Arndt. He's probably going to be very good after this one. Sean Hartwell got a 3rd place run, but Shelley a 4th good run for him, as well as Will Lewis. Lewis has been on a bit of a slump, to say the least, and that is really good to see him do well. Nick Salmon with a 6th place run, Allen 7th, Richardson 8th, Marchese 9th, and Jake West, who was struggling near the end of this second stint and fell back outside the top 10, will get a 10th due to fuel strategy at the end. But congratulations to Sean Angel on attaining his first victory of the season here. We could see a bright future for the team here, especially with them going to Toyota, but even so, Sean Angel is a winner at last.